Hello, welcome back to the channel. This will be a quick morning reading for Sagittarius. I'm going to dive in. Let's see what we can get. Okay. You could be making a choice to reject something. It could be something secretive or hidden in the past, something that you weren't seeing clearly. This could have been involving a commitment or finances as well. Yeah, it's like you're making a choice to not move forward with something. Something could have slowed down. It's like you're reprioritizing your energy, like not spreading it thin amongst too many different things now. Re-strategizing what you're actually focusing on. This could be regarding something like long term. You could also be ending something from the past and investing in something with more clarity, truth, understanding. Slow and steady wins the race is what I'm seeing. Slowing down. But let's grab some juicier messages. Yeah, there could be a transformation here. You could have been dealing with a Scorpio. There could be boundaries with Seven of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Let's see. Sagittarius messages for Sagittarius. I know you are my soulmate coming out kind of sideways. Maybe something is not your soulmate or somebody isn't. They want a reaction, disturbing your peace, right? So you could be rejecting this, right? Don't be overly passive, be more assertive. So this could be some understanding you're coming to, especially so regarding like your strategy going forward long term now, because we have Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles here. They were stressing you out more than benefiting your life, right? So is this person really, was the juice worth the squeeze? Be careful of fake smiles and think about what you'd like to bring into your life, right? So think about positivity, happiness, joy, things that bring that. Really interesting about Sagittarius as well. And I just had a dream about playing a guitar. So actually, before that dream, I had a nightmare, but then I woke up and I went back to sleep, and then I dreamt of playing a guitar in a candy shop. But see how, my first dream was a total nightmare. I was being chased, and then my second dream was about playing a guitar. So, and very enjoyable. So, there is a choice about, if you don't like what's happening, you can refocus, right? So, Sagittarius. Ash, yeah, you could be burning something to the ground, right? So that you can elevate beyond something. It's kind of giving like the volcanic ash that kind of like when it erupts, then it's like all peaceful and calm after, and there's like a mist of whiteness, right? Of that ash. The great work, yeah, you could be focusing on something, right? The great work here, wow. Hmm. And this is what you're focusing on. You're having some kind of clarity about what you want to build long term, right? There's so much to be grateful for, honestly. It's like coming out of something that might have been sticky or sticking to you. Could be in your Saturn return, or this could be something about authority figure or somebody with Saturnian kind of vibes. But it looks like you're escaping that, like escaping the devil's grip, escaping fears, becoming more mature. Let's grab you one of these. Wow, gratitude, exactly. Like being grateful. All that I am and all that I'll be forever in gratitude, I'll eternally be. So you can see that kind of light emanating from her hands. She's praying. Somebody could have been trying to manipulate you with mind games to use you as well, because I saw that on the top of the deck. Let's see, 18. This could be a Scorpio, but let's read it. Acknowledgement and appreciation. It can be challenging to find gratitude in times of distress or chaos, but those are the best times to lean into what you have to be thankful for. Gratitude is like an anchor holding you steady when the world around you spins out of control. Most of us are thankful for big things like a new car or money or finding someone you love. But what about small things like the perfect cup of coffee in the morning or hearing your favorite song on the radio? Or what about your health, your peace, your ability to see through anything that was destructive? You can even be grateful for things that haven't happened to you, like not getting the flu this year or not being abused or not being attacked. There's so many ways to bring gratitude into your life, and the more you do, the more you see manifestations come to pass. You have pulled gratitude as a reminder to be thankful for your situation, no matter the circumstances. You may not understand why this is happening to you, but trust that it leads towards a divine purpose. The universe needs to feel appreciation, just like you and me. The more you can be grateful, even when you'd rather complain, the more the universe responds and thank you to your acknowledgement. Gratitude may also help you see your situation from a new point of view. Magic tip: keep a gratitude journal and write down at least one thing you're grateful for each day. Then, for everything you write down something else that hasn't happened yet. Put a star next to it so that you know something that you're setting intention for. For example, today I'm grateful for my loving partner. Today I'm grateful because I'm now a millionaire. And put a little asterisk. Every few months, review your journal to see how many things you have to be grateful for and see how many starred intentions came true. So you could be like actively doing like it's a great way to manifest as well. Like, I'm especially like I've been sick before, and I wrote, and I just like made myself feel better. Like I actually instantly manifested health that way. Like I feel like I'm so grateful that my health has recovered, even though I was in the midst of sickness, and literally within 24 hours or within an hour, sometimes, usually, I'll feel better, and it'll be just it's just amazing how that works. So Sagittarius messages. Milk and honey, wow. Beautiful energy, honestly. There's some kind of healing. Look at that rainbow. You after the rainstorm, what do we get? Healing, right? Honey is very healing. Milk is very nourishing. Ooh, wow. A fork in the road. You could have had to make a choice, right? Let's see what that is. Hmm. Wake up and shake this off. Go outside for some air. Walk in nature reminds you life is unsold and magical. Get some exercise, move out of your head and into your body, and breathe in deep. Each breath is precious. 111. So, very interesting is the page number. Let's see if we have any Sabians. There's like a cleansing happening, I think, as well. Capricorn 14. I believe the moon's in Capricorn today. Let's see. So whatever house that falls in your chart gonna really have a focus today. An ancient bath relieved relief carved in granite remains a witness to a long forgotten culture. Man's great power of thinking, remembering, and communicating are responsible for the evolution of civilizations. Inscription, something written on another thing, mostly memorial. And that's funny because we talked about writing in this card, right? In the gratitude card. Mostly memorial, intended to commemorate the fame of some illustrious person or hand down some distant age, the name of John Smith penciled into the Washington Monument. So maybe there's something about writing could be really important for your manifestations right now as well. Maybe journaling could also be important, writing in general, expressing. Write your injuries in dust, your benefits in marble. Wow, I love that. Memories are like stones, time and distance erodes them like acid. Interesting. So maybe time will heal something as well. History is the unrolled scroll of prophecy. Wow. That's interesting. Human history becomes more and more a race of education and catastrophe. Either we make history or we remain a victim of it. So, something about consciously creating your reality. The ear is a less trustworthy witness than the eye. Herodotus. Keywords: anonymous immortality, things written or carved in stone or concrete, permanent records, clues from the past, things that should be shaped or changed with the times, pieces of art or sculpture, things that belong in a museum, inscriptions and carvings, and ancient civilizations and their relics, history. Caution, limitations that don't allow for changes. Old and outworn situations, things that cannot or will not ever change, memories frozen in time, feeling stuck like no growth is possible, and frigidity of feelings. This could be regarding a home or spending time at home as well. Scorpio, Cancer, Taurus. Some things never fade. They stand the reminders of ancient eras, bringing messages, being witnesses from the past. They remind us of how life in civilizations was in the long forgotten cultures. Messages may be found in these reminders about the stability and longevity of the foundation of your society. And I think we talked about foundation actually in your last bonus reading last night. Longevity of your foundation and your society. And I'm seeing Knight of Pentacles, that means something long term, or possibly that of some other culture. However, distant in time and space, it could be something that resonates with you or draws you. Spiritual messages may be coming out of the past or out of a time and space, perhaps speaking through granite, concrete, or things written in stone. This can be very enriching and rewarding, as these things can be beautiful remnants of the past, reminders of how life used to be. However, they can also be attitudes, beliefs, and self defeating attitudes that have been etched themselves into our very lives and now are difficult to erase. Therefore, sometimes sometimes we must be careful not to be looking back too much, as we can lose the beauty and reward inherent in the present and even everyday things that are around us. We can feel stuck and frozen if we're not able to move on in life. We live in the here and now. This can also apply to rules of our culture and the common practices of an individual's heritage, family history, or even past life experiences. These can be an undertone of current realities and times. So there could be a need to kind of destroy things of the past so that you can move forward and recreate a stronger foundation, rebuild, right? Let's get you a white light because we can. Sorry. I really feel like there's increased clarity though coming because we have the Ace of Swords to like center the reading. Yeah, QPO Dissolve, you got that yesterday, and Alpha Valcione. Interesting. Garuda Suprana and Suparna, sorry, and Ivory Wish Fulfilling Crown at the bottom. Not feeling called to read any of these really specifically. You might read that one actually. Yeah, Unlimited Ideas, you got that as well yesterday. Employment Chain. Detox your friendships. So maybe these are like coworkers that you're detoxing from as well. Attracting, not chasing on the bottom. So this is a great time to do manifestations exercises on the bottom. So get the energy flowing, get the inspiration going. You might come up with new ideas about how to manifest or how to solve something or how to create something new. But let's see with number 42. Cultivate confidence in yourself. You have the inner spiritual power to deal wisely and effectively with any situation. Don't allow anyone to take advantage of your kind nature. Reflect upon what action feels best for you to take, and then follow through with decisiveness. Do not allow negativity to get a grip in your life. Positive energy and outcomes are indicated. Garuda is the mystical king of the birds, a mighty eagle-like creature celebrated in the spiritual traditions of the East. In Sanskrit, Suparna means to have powerful wings and fly well. This has spiritual significance, as Garuda can cover great distances and reach tremendous heights. Garuda's earthly counterpart, the eagle, is said to use the powerful winds of the storm to fly above it rather than get caught in it. The eagle spirit is a wisdom teacher, one who advises how to utilize the storms of ego to fuel your capacity to rise spiritually and face problems head on and use them to heal and grow. Eagle seeks higher sanctuary where negativities can be dealt with before they cause further problems. Another Sanskrit word accorded to Garuda is Vishari, which essentially means conqueror of poisons. Garuda Suparna argues a time when you will need to rise above the pettiness of ego and ensure you nip negativities in the bud, lest they become powerful enough to create havoc in your heart. You don't need to become ensnared within the drama of ego. Garuda fights on the side of the light and is a bringer of powerful protection and hope and is a symbol of rebirth. He is a capable warrior. His dark side can be seen in that he's merciless. In Buddhism, he is known as the dignity of wisdom. Sometimes our compassion can outweigh our wisdom. Our empathy allows troublesome behaviors and circumstances to fester and develop into far greater problems later on. If we had listened to our wisdom, we would have cut them off at the root. But while it can be harder to do so later, it's not impossible, and it is Garuda who teaches us to be unyielding when that is what wisdom calls for. Eagle socializes with its own kind. Therefore, an aspect of its medicine is to seek those who resonate at the similar spiritual frequency and are committed to a higher path. Like kindred spirits will not necessarily have this. Such kindred spirits will not necessarily have the same belief systems. They may seem quite different to you in many ways, yet if someone has a commitment to honoring the hearts of all beings, they are likely to be good company for your soul. Garuda Eagle Medicine empowers us to discern the real quality of our relationships. The company you keep can have a profound effect. You have the spiritual right and responsibility to choose which company you keep. Spiritual right and responsibility to choose which company you keep. You don't need to judge, for everyone is taking their own journey and working to heal their karma, but you do need to discern. Garuda has the mystical power to grow or shrink depending on what is needed to accomplish heroic tasks, by becoming large enough to block the sun and cause thunderstorms just by flapping his wings, to becoming small enough to hide in a crevice, to craftily avoid capture. Garuda teaches us when we need to step up and shine bright and bold, and when to fly under the proverbial radar. This oracle of Garuda Suparna is a talisman of divine protection and soul-smart strategy. Garuda is a wild spirit, free and instinctive. He is the wisdom and empowerment needed to rise above negativity, not from avoidance, but from a place of wisdom and clarity. This oracle guides you to rely on your instincts and be true to your heart. In doing so, you may not always look like the perfect person from the outside, but you are proceeding in resonance with your own heart. This could be regarding relationships. Something about work as well could be relevant. Let's pull some last juicy messages. Sagittarius energies, last messages. Somebody could have been trying to use you, traffic you, Anything else? Set you up. That one went on the ground. Oh, there it is. It says vindictive. Okay. Especially if somebody was disturbing your peace, which I'm seeing here. Be disciplined. Keep your energy clean. Be disciplined. Keep your energy clean. Anything else for Sagittarius from the guides and messages? Thank you. Thank you. Star. So there could be some kind of healing, especially regarding finances. Your mind makes things more dire than they are. So maybe, I don't know, it came out kind of sideways. So maybe you're actually on the money, though. Entering a cycle of pure abundance, right? So there is a need to protect. And llama, spirit animal, could be here. You know, llama's quite a resilient, I believe, creatures. But yeah, definitely look up the llama spirit animal. That could have messages. Anything else? We have redneck. Okay, you could have been dealing with a redneck. This could be somebody that you're exiting out of your life, sleeping like a baby without them. Interesting. And overly compassionate, self-care. Right, so we already saw that in the reading. I'm going to end it there. Definitely check out the llama spirit animal. Please hit like, subscribe. You can get a personal using the Buy Me a Coffee link. We'll leave a tip through there. Thank you so much for your support. I deeply appreciate it, Sagittarius. And take care.